We can read it again. Tanya b'shama emrim. On the bottom, basically the bottom. Tanya b'shama emrim mekaneach v'esilah emrim mediach. Shama says you have to be mekaneach. Mekaneach means to wipe. V'esilah emrim mediach. You have to not just wipe your mouth, you have to wash your mouth. My mekaneach, my mediach. Ilay b'shama emrim mekaneach v'loy boy mediach. Shama says you need mekaneach and not mediach. V'esilah emrim mediach v'loy boy mekaneach. Each one's mutually exclusive. Elah hadam ram zerin kinuach peh. Elah b'pas ram which says kinuach is only the only way you can do kinuach peh is b'pas. So kiman, who is that going according to Beis Shammai? Because Beis Shammai are the ones who said kinuach and not mediach. Ella says more Beis Shammai mekaneach v'loy boy mediach. Beis Shammai mean mekaneach and not mediach. Beis Hillel af mediach. So Beis Hillel hold both, and therefore Beis is going even according to Beis Hillel. Says the more have a limit. Kula Beis Shammai b'chumra Beis Hillel comes out. Beis Hillel is more machmer because they hold you need both, and Beis Shammai only needs one. So v'lisnaya gabe kulei Beis Shammai v'chumra Beis Hillel. Let this be one of the lists of where Beis Hillel is more machmer. Ella says the Gemara Beis Shammai or mekaneach v'adin mediach. Shammai mean both. Beis Hillel mediach v'hu hadin limkaneach. You could do both of them. Agree. You could do either one. Right, meaning it's they just chose to say a different one, but not. There's no real machlokes. Each one holds you can do mekanech or meitiach. Okay. Mar Omar Chad Omar Chad v'loy pli Gufa Omar Rav Zera en kinuach hapeh ela b'pas. The only way to wipe out your mouth between gvina and meat is b'pas. Says the Gemara. Only with bread made out of wheat, of disari, bread made out of barley, loy, you can't. Why? Rashi says because that type of bread just crumbles in your mouth and it doesn't really stick together to be a good cleaning to take everything out. Okay. So barley's out. Even if it's wheat, only if it's cold. But if it's warm bread, then mishtar shtori, Rashi says it becomes soft, and then it gets stuck in your palate, and then again it doesn't really not really going to take anything out. Okay, so only if that's soft. Also, if it's hard bread, then it's not going to work either. Okay. Says more, but halacha is everything in every type of thing you can do kinuach lebar mikamcha, which is wheat, flour, tamri, dates, v'yarka, and vegetables. Rashi says since they're very soft, right? So these things are not going to work kinuach, but anything else. If you have your gvina, you can just eat something quickly, and that wipes out the gvina in your mouth, and you're allowed to eat basar. Okay. How long do you have to wait between basar and gvina? Amarlei v'loy klum. He says nothing. Now the implication of that basar gvina means first basar and then gvina, right? So Ini says Gemara, Rav Chisda say achal basar, also lechol gvina. You're not allowed to eat gvina. Gvina mutar lechol basar. Gvina you're allowed to eat basar, right? So why are you telling me I don't have to wait anything? Ella says Gemara, kama yishav ben gvina lebasar. Must be Shiloh was. First you gvina, then basar. Amarlei v'loy klum. You don't have to wait anything. Okay. Guf Amar Rav Chisda achal basar asu lechol gvina. If you basar first, can't eat gvina. Gvina mutar lechol basar. Amarlei Rav Acha bar Yosef Rav Chisda. Rav Acha tells Rav Chisda basar shebein shinayim mahu. What about the meat that's in between the teeth? Right? Does that count as if it's there? Right? Does that count as if it's miyad? Rashi says, are you allowed to eat it together? Let's say you have basar stuck in your teeth. Right? Is that considered eating? And then you want to eat gvina? Is that considered eating basar together with gvina? That's what Rashi defends the shayla. So Kari Alei basar deru ben shineim. The pasuk says, the pasuk talks about Kolel on the midbar that they had the basar was still between their teeth and still called basar, right? So you see, yes, it's usher to be called basar. I mean, some hold that the whole reason why we wait is because of the basar ben hashinayim. That's one of the reasons brought down as to why we wait in between basar v'chalav, is because of to make sure there's no more meat in the teeth. But you see, meat in the teeth, the Gemara is saying over here, is a problem. You see that? Okay.
Maybe doesn't know what's the lotion.
Omar Mar Ukva. Says Mar Ukva. Anola Hamilsa, myself, me regarding this thing is like Chala Bar Chamra. It's like vinegar, the son of wine, the Gabi Abba, regarding my father. Meaning he's saying I'm much less of a darga, I am on much less of a darga than my father regarding this. The Ilu Abba have a Kiev Achel Bisra Ha'idna. When he would eat meat, now lo have a Achel Gvina Ad Lemachar Ad Hashta, meaning he's saying he would wait 24 hours. If he would eat now, he wouldn't eat cheese until another 24 hours, same time. Me just within one suda I don't eat basar and then chalav. But the sudas achrina already if I'm having a new meal, so then I do eat basar b'chalav. Basar and then chalav. Ryan Taisus actually says that this is the way he holds. It doesn't have to be. Doesn't mean lunch to dinner or breakfast to dinner in 6 hours like what we do. Taisus says the pashtus of what's going on over here is you bench and that's it. You bench, you can eat vino. That's Taisus shita. Then we know there's shitas. There's 3 hours, there's 6 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. Fine. 1 hour. Okay. So Amar Shmuel says, me regarding this thing, I am like vinegar, the son of wine, regarding my father. My father would survey his properties twice a day. I only do it one day, meaning to make sure everything's okay in his properties. He would go check it out, check on his workers and check on the property to see everything's okay. So Shmuel at the time, Shmuel. Someone who surveys who watches, who checks up on his properties every single day, he's going to find coins. Mishkach astira. Astira is a selah. It's like isar. That's the type of coin. So he's saying, don't worry, it's going to benefit. If you actually oversee your properties, you're going to benefit from it. You're going to save money. Abaye would do this every single day. One day he met his own sharecropper, his own worker, the Dari Piska de Ufe. He was holding a bundle of wood. So Amarle, Hani Lecha, where are you taking this? Right? So you caught him stealing, you caught him red-handed, taking something home, right? So he says, Hani Lecha, where is it going? Amarle, the Beimar. He said, I'm taking it to your house. I'm taking it to the master's house, right? But Maisa, he caught him. He would, if not for Abaye catching him, he would have taken it home. He would have stolen it. So Amarle, he told him, the Rabbanan or the Chachamim who said you should survey your properties once a day have already they thought about you, meaning they took care of people like you. He would also check his fields every day. Shmuel, he says, I didn't see where all Shmuel's coins are. Right? Shmuel said, I'll find coins when I do this. I never saw the coins. So one day he saw a pipe that had burst open on the ground, and it was going to ruin the field because there's so much water that was bursting out of the. There was supposed to be an irrigation pipe, but it burst. It was broken. So Shakle Leglime, he took off his clothing, Karche, he wrapped it up, he put it inside, and then Ramakala, he raised his voice until Asi Inchi and Zachru, until people came and stuffed the pipe. And Ashkechtino Lekulu Istri Demar Shmuel. And Omar, they add in Omar, he said, I found all of Shmuel's coins. Meaning it was all worth it to go every single day just for that, because that would have been a big loss. Okay, Amar Rabbi Bar Avin Amar Yitzchak Bar Ashyon. Ma'im Rishonim Mitzvah. To wash your hands before the meal is a mitzvah. Rashi says it means mitzvah l'shmoya d'v'chachamim, right? It's a mitzvah. It's a d'rabbanan. The Mitzvah Sidayim is a mitzvah d'rabbanan. Achroinim is a choiva. That sounds like even a higher level. It says the Gemara Meisivei Ma'im Rishayim v'achroinim choiva. It sounds like the Rishayim and achroinim are choiva. And emtsoyim rishus. Emtsoyim mean in between courses, like in between courses, they would sometimes also wash their hands, right? So you have Rishayim until Sidayim, Achroinim before you bench, they would wash their hands, and then Emtsarim is in between the meals. But it sounds like over here that they're both chayva. Right? So why are you telling me the Mayim Rishonim is mitzvah and the Achronim are chayva? Sounds like Achronim are more chomer. And the next verse it says they're both chayva. It says the Gemara, mitzvah l'gabe rishus, chayva karila. Because we're discussed emtsoim, because which are rishus, so now when I discuss Mayim Rishonim, I'm going to call it chayva. Because the gabe emtsoim, of course Mayim Rishonim are considered chayva. Because emtsoim are just really rishus, and therefore if I'm going to talk about Rishonim together with Emtsoim, I'm going to say Rishonim is a chiyuv, and Emtsoim is only Rishus. But still, if I'm talking about regarding both chiyuvim, Rishonim and Mayim Achronim, right? So Rishonim is less of a level, therefore I'm going to call it mitzvah, and Achronim is chayv. Okay? Rishonim, noitlin bein bekli bein al gabi karka. Rishonim you can wash whether it's on top of a kli, whether it's on top of karka, if you want to wash it on top of the floor itself. Achronim, however, you can't wash your hands over the ground. The amrila ein noitlim al gabe karka, and some say not ein noitlim ela b'kli, ein noitlim al gabe karka. So in fact the Gemara might be night. What's the difference? Either way, it sounds like you can't do it on the karka. You have to do it on the kli. He says no, ikbenayu kinsa. If you want to know if you can pour Mayim Achronim and let it drip on pieces of wood, right? So that's not a kli, but it's not karka either. So if you say ein noitlim al gabe karka, you're allowed to do it on kinsa. And if you say you need a kli, so then it's also okay. The Gemara is going to say the reasons. Mayim Rishonim noitlim bein mecham bein mitzainin. Mayim Rishonim. You're allowed to wash your hands whether it's warm water or cold water. Achronim ein noitlim el, it has to be cold water. The point of Mayim Achronim is to take away the melech sedoimis, right? Is to make sure it's clean, and therefore, if it's hot water, the Gemara says hot is like doesn't necessarily take off everything. It makes it sometimes adrab, it makes it absorb even more. But they're not mavid the zuam, and therefore for Mayim Achronim you need cold. Mayim Rishonim bein mecham bein mitzainin. The Gemara goes back to that statement. The only time you're allowed to use hot water for Mayim Rishonim is if it's not boiling, that your hand gets burnt by it. Then you can't wash with them. Rashi says because they're nishtanu mitoras mayim. Very interesting. It's not water. It's not water. It's not washing water. It's not. Okay. Some say it's on the sefer. Achronim ein noitlim ela b'tzayin. Achronim have to be cold. Aval b'chamin loy. Rabbi Yitzchak bar Yosef. Rabbi Yanai. The only type of warm water that you're not allowed to use from Achronim is leishon al shayad tzaylet desben. Only if it's really, really burning. Aval ein ayad tzaylet desben, then noitlim. Says the Gemara. Michlal the rishonim afal pi shayad tzaylet desben mutar. And if the only discussion whether yad tzaylet is fine as gabe achronim must be by rishonim. It's not a problem at all. It's only by Achronim that it's not a problem. Okay. Emtsoim Rishus, we said that if you want to wash your hands in between the courses, in the middle of the meal, so then it's a Rishus. Some of Nachman Lashanu Ela Ben Tavshil Tavshil, only between two different regular Tavshilim. Aval Ben Tavshil Gvina, then it is a Chayva. Between, let's say you have a Tavshil Shel Basar, and then you want to eat Gvina, then it's fine. And from here we see that this is the place can bring this down is that Ikra din, if you have a tafshil shel basar, not basar itself, but it's a fleshig utensils. No, but even if it has actually fleshig tam in there, it's called the tafshil shel basar. And if you wash your hands, then you're allowed to have, even within the same meal, you're allowed to have vina right afterwards. It's only if you're actually eating meat itself. And that's what the Gemara means over here, that bein tafshil gvina, it's a chayva to wash your hands, but between the regular tafshil, you don't have to. Okay. Rabbi Notami even goes further to say that if it's a tafshil shel basar and then a tafshil shel gvina, that you don't have to wash your hands at all. Only if it's a tafshil shel basar and then mamish gvina, that's when you have to wash your hands in the middle of the meal. We hold the halacha that you're not allowed. We hold the halacha that we're machmer. We say even not only after basar you're not allowed to eat gvina, even after a tafshil shel basar you're not allowed to eat gvina. We're machmer, but the medina de Gemara it's fine. Okay, Amar B'Yehuda B'Rei Reb Chia. Mipnei ma amru mayim achronim choiva. Why is mayim achrona such an imperative? Why do you have to wash your hands? Shemelach sedomis yesh, because there's types of salt, called melach sedomis, shemisamis einayim. That if you don't clean your hands, you don't wash them, and you put it in your eyes, it blinds you. There is like one karet, one pebble in a kur. Meaning, if you have a kur of salt, it's a big amount of salt, you're only going to find a little bit of melach sedomis, but even so, you have to be chayshish for that little amount. Amar le Reb Acha, Rei Rav Ashi kol milcha mai. Let's say you kal means milashon like v'chal basholi shafar aretz. It means to measure. Let's say you're measuring salt. You also have to wash your hands after. It's only if you eat with it. So Amar le you don't have to. I guess you're not as using the salt, just measuring it. It's not as doesn't get embedded in your hand so much. Okay. Amar Abaye Mereisha Vamina Haidul Mashu Maya Basroi Al Ara. Abaye says in the beginning, and then we're going to have a series of different things that Abaye says. In the beginning, I thought it was like this, and I mean a certain anhaga I thought it was also because of this, and then I saw it wasn't because of that; it was because of a different reason. A whole bunch of them. Amar Abaye Mereisha Vamina Haidul Mashu Maya Basroi Al Ara. In the beginning, I used to think that this that we don't wash our hands, Haidele Moshu Maya, Basroi, Achroinim, Mayim Achroinim, Al Ara on the ground, is Mishum Zuamo, because it's not nice, it's dirty. Why are you putting your dirty water on the floor? But Amar Limar, then my master told me, the Goyis over here say that it's Rabba, because Abaye grew up by Rabba, right? So it was Rabba told him, no, it's Mishum Deshari Ruach Ra Alai, because there's Ruach Ra on the water, and therefore you shouldn't just leave it around. Put it in a kli and then get rid of it, don't leave it on the ground. V'amar Abaye, Mereisha v'mina haidul l'shakal midim b'toira. In the beginning I used to say that haidul l'shakal midim b'toira, this, that you shouldn't take anything from the table when one person is taking something to drink, meaning let's say I have a whole table of things that I'm eating, I have my table, and then I take to drink, right, and you start taking something from the table because you want to bite, you take a bite, right? So he says that we don't do that. Why? In the beginning, at first I used to think, why? Because Shema Yera Dover Kalkola Bisuda, because I would think in the beginning I thought the reason is because the guy might get mad. You're taking something. You're taking something from my plate, like, right? And he's in the middle of drinking. He might choke on his drink. And therefore, you shouldn't take anything from the table while someone's eating, while someone's drinking, whatever. But then Amar Limar, that it's not because of that. It's mishum dekashi l'ruach tzrada, because it causes ruach tzrada. I'm not sure what it is. What did you say? Ruach tzrada is?
That causes clouding of the mind.
Rashi says as tradition. Okay. It's a metaphysical thing. Ruach tzrada. We only say that it's a problem that it causes ruach tzrada. It causes what did you say? Boggles the mind, or it clouds the mind. If you take it and don't put it back, if you take it and put it back, so less than there's no problem. Only if you take it out of our if you leave the food that you took from the table within our it's also not a problem. Only if you took something that's needed for the actual suda, just happens to be on the table, it's not a problem. Less lanba. Okay. Marva Rashi. Kapid afilu asisa ubuchna the tavli. He would be makbid even on the asisa and buchna. Asisa and buchna are the when you take your spices and you crush your spices. What's it called? Mortar and pestle, right? Of the tavli, the spices, because midi the tzricha sudas, because it's what is needed for the food. So he would be makbid even not to take that away from the table. Okay. V'amar Abaye, reisha v'minayde kanshi nashvora. In the beginning I used to say this, that people gather the crumbs. This, that people clean up the crumbs from the table. Mishum and kirusa, it's because of cleanliness. Amalimar mishno, that it's mishum dekoshi la niyusa, because it can cause poverty. Okay. The officer of like the malach of Oini, of poorness, right, who causes people to be poor, he was going after him. He was trying to make him poor. But he couldn't make him poor because he was very careful on the crumbs. On a shvara tuva. He was very makbid on nashvara. Okay, so Yom Echad Korach Lifta Ayivli. One day he was eating bread. Rifta, so they changed it to Rifta. He was eating bread Ayivli. Ayivli, it means on grass. Right, so he was eating outside. He had a picnic, right? So now this malach said, "Ooh, I'll catch him now because he's not going to clean up the crumbs." Right? So crumbs somehow, right? Crumbs cause the sara of aniyas, and he's going to give you aniyas. They cause it's a simon for aniyas, or it gives you aniyas. I'm not sure. I don't know how these things work, right? But so he says, "Oh, now he's going to leave crumbs because he's for sure going to leave something on the ground." So Omar Hashtavade Nafaveda, he's for sure going to fall in my hands. So after this guy ate icy mora, he took a shovel, Akrinu Liyavli, he oiked the ground, the dirt, and Shadino Lanar, and he threw it into the river. So he was very, very makbid on this. So Shamei, the Omar, he heard the sar of Anios, he heard him say, Vaida Afke Au Gavri Vese. Woe is to me that I was thrown out of my house, meaning I wasn't able to do my job. He's not letting me get to him. The beginning used to say, this that we're not supposed to drink the foam, like the foam that comes up on beer, like Coca-Cola, like the bubbles, right? That's what ufya is. This that we don't slurp the foam is mishum yasusa because it's not so nice. Omar Limar, but then he told me it's mishum dekashi lecharsam. It's bad for mucus from the nose. That's what Rashi says lecharsam is. It causes mucus in the nose, and therefore don't do it. Okay. Mishtia kasha lecharsam. If you drink it, it's hard for charsam, for the mucus. Minpach bay, if you blow at it, it's kashi l'reisha. It's bad for your head because I guess it makes headaches. Midchia, and if you push it off with your hand, kashi l'aniyusa, that causes aniyus. Maitakante, what should you do? Lishke ishkui. Let it settle within the mashka itself. Okay. Lecharsem dechamra says more. Now let's say you have charsem, right? You already drink it, right? So you caused yourself to have this an overload of mucus in your nose. So what should you do? So if it came from chamra, means if you drink the foam that comes from wine, so then shicho, you should drink beer, the shikha. But if you drink the foam of beer, so then maya. The maya, if you drink the foam of water, I don't know if it means seltzer, I'm not sure what it means. Right? How water usually doesn't have foam, but still less leta kanta. You should not. There's nothing to do. V'hainu d'amri inchi basar ani azlan yusuf. That poorness follows the poor man. Why? Because this guy Nebuch, all he had to drink was water, right? Meaning, if you're rich and you have wine or beer, so then there is a takana, there's something to heal your issue al yidei drinking something else. But if you have mayim, because you're already poor, all you have is mayim, so then basar anya azlan yusa, your poorness follows you because now you have nothing to do. Okay, Amar Abayim, Reishav Amina Haidalei Achli Yarka Mikisha. In the beginning, is to say this: the people don't eat yarka, they don't eat vegetables. Mikisha Dasar Gina, from like the bundle that. The gardener, I guess they used to grow vegetables and then they used to wrap it up so tie it up in a bundle and then sell it to people, right? And he says we used to be makbid not to pick out of the bundle, right? Don't just pick berries or pick garlic and eat something out of the bundle. Why? First, I used to think because it looks like I'm overly hungry. It's not nice. It's not. What's the word? It's not. It's not proper. It's not. It's glutton. It's glutton. It's gluttonous, right? So that's why I used to think, don't pick at things like as if you're so hungry. So Amar Limar, but then he told him no, it's mishum dekashi l'kshafim. It brings witchcraft on you. Okay, one was the story. Reb Chisda v'Rabba bar Rav Huna havu ka'azli ba'arba. They were going in a boat. Amar lahu ayi matronisa. This woman who was a Goya, Rashi says she was a non-Jew. She told him oisvan bahadaichu. Let me sit among you. Let me sit with you. They said lo yasvud. They didn't let her sit. Amra, she said. Milta asarta Amra Milsa, she said something. She said a chant, right? Some type of a magical spell. And asarta la'arba, and she tied down the boat that it couldn't move. Amru inu Milsa, so they said their own chant, their own spell. Sharyuah, they let the boat go. Amra lahu, so she told him, what could I do to you? That you don't wipe in the bathroom. You don't wipe with clay. With a piece of clay pottery, that brings kshafim. Meaning she's going to list now all the things that bring kshafim, and you're makban on all of them. So magic can't touch you. So I mean, my spells can't be typhus on you. So my yavlechu, what could I do? I can't do anything. Why? But you don't wipe in the bathroom with clay pots. You don't kill bugs on your clothing. Right? Sometimes you find a bug on your clothing and you kill it. That causes kshafim to be able to be typhus. And you don't eat yarka, the same thing we just said. You don't eat vegetables from a bundle that was tied up by a gardener. Right? So you see that causes kshafim. In the beginning I used to say that the reason why we don't eat vegetable that fell, I think they changed it to mitachafa, onto the ground. Or it fell onto something, falls from the plate onto the ground, we don't eat it. Why? Mishum yasus is disgusting. It's bad for bad breath. Okay? This that we don't sit under a gutter is mishum shoifchim, is because of the water that might drip and it's it'll make you wet. No, it's mishum shchichim mazikim, because there are a lot of mazikim there. Ano shkuloi. There were these porters. They used to pick things up. They used to schleppers. They used to schlep things for you. Shkuloi. Okay. Davudari chavisa dechamer. They were holding they were schlepping a chavisa dechamer, a barrel of wine. Bolis puche. They wanted to rest up. So svua. They put it under tusi marzeva. They put it under a gutter. Right. So paka, what happened was it burst. The barrel burst. So Ashla made the Marbar Avashi. So they came in front of Marbar Avashi and Apik Shipure, and he blew shofars. He made the people blow shofars and shamte, and put this mazik, the mazik who this shade or whatever that caused that was living under this gutter that caused the barrel to burst. He with shofars he put him in Kerem. Right, so also the kameh. So this mazik came in front of him. Why did you put me in Kerem? No. Amar Rashi said, "Amai tavidochi." Why did you do this? Why did you burst the barrel? What should I have done? They sat in my ears. Right? They sat down in my ears. They came to my living room. This is where I live. I live under the gutter. So Amarle, at beduchta shchichi rabbi my boys. What are you doing in a place where there are a lot of people? You're a mazikim shadim. Your place is out in places where unpopulated places. Why are you in a place where there are a lot of people? Okay. At is you are the person who changed from the norm. Therefore, zil shlim you have to pay. Amarle. Hashanami liklimar zimno. Therefore, okay, give me a time frame until we have to pay for him. I can't pay now. I don't have money. So Kavali Zimna gave him a time. Kimata Zimna, when the time came, Yaakov, he didn't have the money. He couldn't pay. He also, when he came late. He didn't have the money. He also, when he finally came, why didn't you come on time? Why didn't you pay on time? Kol mili did tzayir v'chasim v'chayil. Anything that's tied up or sealed or I guess kayil means like gathered in. Anything that's
measured or counted.
Measured and counted. Okay. Umani and counted. Less lan reshusa l'mishkal minei. I'm not allowed to take. Meaning, it took me a long time to find money to pay back, because anything that was, I guess, earmarked by a person, is tied up or sealed or measured or counted. Less than rishus l'mishkal. We can't take from that. Until I find something hefker. So it took me a while to find hefker things to make money and pay you back.